Well, welcome back to my channel. It has been a minute, okay? But we're here and we're gonna talk today about why your pelvic floor matters. What is so important about your pelvic floor that we need to be talking about it and that we need to be educating more women on it and stressing the importance of it, especially during pregnancy, postpartum, and beyond. Well, I'm glad that you asked. And if you're new here, my name is Jemilamedley. I'm a pelvic floor occupational therapist, pre- and postnatal exercise specialist, and a diastasis recti expert. I'm also the founder of Limb Method, which is a pelvic floor muscle training program created to help you train your pelvic floor muscles just 10 minutes a day from home so you can create a good foundation for pelvic floor function.
Lord, I feel you. Yes, I feel you.
Without further ado, let's talk about this girl here, your pelvic floor. All of these red muscles inside of your pelvis, internally and externally, and you see they wrap all the way around to your glutes. Okay, it's not just those external vaginal muscles, but it wraps all the way around and inside. All of those red muscles are your pelvic floor. Why do they matter? Because this is essentially a house for your major organs. Your bladder sits here, your uterus, your rectum. So all of the bowel movements that you have not had or you've been withholding are all in here. Your small intestine, large intestine, your stomach are all in here. Now, some of them are deeper in this area, but they stack up. They all are essentially housed here. And that's very important because these muscles need to be able to withhold the pressure from holding your bowels, your bladder being full, your uterus growing because you're having a baby, all of the changes that could be happening in your life, not even just during pregnancy and postpartum, but also in your day-to-day life, affect the pelvic floor. This is why your pelvic floor needs stability. Your pelvic floor needs stability during pregnancy to prevent you from leaking when you cough, sneeze, run, jump, or move a certain way. And also in postpartum to give you the same level of stability so that way you can get stronger and you can support your body after you've had a baby, because your pelvic floor is typically very weak after having a baby, and even during pregnancy, weakness can occur. But a lot of people think about pelvic floor and they think, oh, my pelvic floor must only be weak because I'm having these pelvic floor issues, when in fact, your pelvic floor can be too tight in some areas and weak in some areas. So there can be a combination of tightness or tension and weakness, and neither are ideal. We ultimately want our pelvic floor to have the appropriate amount of strength and flexibility, just like your other muscles. You train your upper body, you train your glutes, you train your thighs, you train your hamstrings, your biceps and triceps, your deltoids, and we miss the pelvic floor. And every time you're doing your core workouts without connecting to your pelvic floor, you actually are not connecting to the core appropriately, because the pelvic floor and the core are connected. You see, this is the pelvis, and then we have those red muscles, the pelvic floor, and then our core intertwines and connects here. So every time you do a core workout or some sort of deep core workout, you should be tapping into the pelvic floor muscles through diaphragmatic breathing. I can do a whole nother video on that, but to keep it simple for today, your pelvic floor has to have function and strength, okay? It goes beyond just contracting in a Kegel or a Kegel device or just doing a bunch of like clamshells all the time. You need actual functional movement where you incorporate diaphragmatic breathing to connect to the pelvic floor, the core, diaphragm, because that's all stacked here and connected. And we need to be able to lengthen with movement and contract with movement appropriately, not just contract, because then you're going to go to do something that you actually need to relax and lengthen, and your pelvic floor muscles are going to have a difficult time doing so. Hence, bladder retention, not being able to fully empty your bladder, not being able to fully empty when you have a bowel movement, feeling restricted, feeling bloated, feeling like your lower abdominal or mom pooch area never heals. all because we aren't addressing the pelvic floor. This is one of the reasons why we created Limb Method, which is a pelvic floor muscle training program that you can do just 10 minutes a day from home, which is expert guided and evidence-based to help you train your pelvic floor muscles to lengthen and contract with functional low impact movement. We do this on our patented one-of-a-kind limb sliding board with multi-directional movement that targets all layers of these pelvic floor muscles, not just the front, not just the back, not just the inside, not just the left side or the right side, but literally every single angle of your pelvic floor gets targeted with our Limb Method movement sessions. Training your pelvic floor is often an afterthought. But instead, what if we take a proactive approach to training your pelvic floor muscles in your day-to-day and incorporating those skills into your life, into your other workouts, into the things that you're already doing to prevent your likelihood of having pelvic floor issues, to create function, strength, and ultimately to help you feel your best. Comment with any other questions or video requests. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like and share this video with another woman, because there are not enough women who have this kind of education and information, and there are resources available to you even if you cannot see a pelvic floor therapist in person. That's also another reason why we created Limb Method. You can head to limbmethod.com in the description and hit that subscribe button. Glad to be back. See you soon.
Lord, I feel